and then bringing the elbow around. So I lock my cup in a nice little lock. In this video, I'm going to be talking all about the aluminium training knife we have for sale at Enso Martial Arts. I'm going to be talking all about the features that it has, why this is different over other self-defense training knives we have at Enso Martial Arts. Talk about some of the people that would use the aluminium training knife. I'll give you all the dimensions and weights of the training knife. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be trying out a few of my old self-defense techniques that I did in traditional jiu-jitsu many moons ago, and we're going to see if Mike can finally get his own back on me by having a go at me with the aluminium training knife. My name's Doug Swift. I've been doing martial arts for the past 33 years and I've been the owner of Enso Martial Arts for the past 16 years. If you're liking this video and you want to see more videos like this, click the little icon in the right hand corner of the video, subscribe to the channel and get all the latest updates from Enso Martial Arts. So let's get into this video and learn all about the aluminium training knife. So as the name suggests, the aluminium training knife is made out of aluminium. One thing I really like about this is that at a glance it looks like a real knife, but as you can see from the edge, it's a really thick edge. So there's absolutely no risk of getting cut, which is perfect. Now this doesn't mean that you can get clonked a bit, so if someone comes in firing at you or pretending to jab you one or whatever, it still hurts. It's still going to hurt if you get it hit sort of in the ribs or in the head or whatever. So you do have to be careful, but the risk of getting cut is almost zero. So a number of years ago, I used to do a style of traditional jiu-jitsu that had a lot of self-defense in it, and these knives tend to be pulled out in gradings. So we were very used to training with the wooden knives, but these ones were pulled out and just you'd see the flash of metal and in your head you think it's a real knife. So it really helps bring in an element of reality, or maybe panic, or like the pressure testing. It really helps with the pressure testing by using a knife that looks much more like a real knife than the kind of standard self-defense training knives. Another really good feature about this knife is that it's really durable. So a lot of the self-defense training knives in the past can be not really stand up to the beating, so they tend to fall apart. These are super durable and they just last forever. You buy a few and then, unless if you lose them, you shouldn't ever need to buy another one. So let's just get the dimensions of the aluminium training knife. So it is almost exactly 10 inches or 26 centimeters. Now the really thick edge that I mentioned earlier, that's 6 millimeters. So yeah, really thick 6 millimeter edge. So looking at the weight, the knife weighs in 140 grams, so pretty lightweight. So what styles would train with this knife? Well, all the self-defense styles. So we get a lot of Krav Maga guys buying these, we get a lot of traditional jiu-jitsu buying these, and the street defense jiu-jitsu guys. So a lot of those are buying these knives. You also get some of the just standalone self-defense styles. So like the Casey fighting method guys, the fast defense guys. So yeah, all the self-defense guys, Krav Maga, styles that are using knives to practice self-defense. At Enso Martial Arts we have a fairly wide selection of training knives, self-defense training knives. So not only do we do the aluminium training knife, we also do the red oak tantos, usually used in Japanese stuff, but definitely carry over into the self-defense styles. The rubber training knives, nice and bendy, the cold steel training knives, and the cold steel peacekeeper knife. So a number of years ago I did an interview with Matt Hill, who teaches out in Chippenham. It's an unbelievable amount of experience in the martial arts and now teaches Systema. He gave me his views on the aluminium training knife.
We use these to simulate knife attacks, and there's a couple of things that's great about them. Number one, they're sturdy, they don't break. I've got some that we've had 3-4 years, I guess, gone through a lot of pairs of hands, take a lot of use, a lot of battering. We use them indoors, outdoors. They're aluminium, so they don't rust, so you know, out in the rain and the water is also very good. But the great thing about them is, you know, the point, it's not going to damage, but you actually feel, you know, some knives kind of bend a bit. You actually feel if you've been caught, and you've got to, you know, move the body, you know, out of the way. So they're really helpful for training good movement, especially systema-wise. The other thing about them is they've got that kind of steel glint which just plays with your psyche a little bit and ups it, you know, gets the adrenaline flowing a little bit more so that you learn to calm down. and stay relaxed. So yeah, a really great product, and for the price, exceptionally good.
So as promised at the beginning of the video, let's have a go at a few techniques I used to know in traditional jiu-jitsu, and Mike can have a good bash at me with the aluminium training knife. So just a few little knife defenses just to get you started with practicing self-defense move with knives. So the first one that I learned in jiu-jitsu years and years ago was just a slow kidney stab, and it was just a simple blocking the knife and then bringing the elbow around. So I lock Mike up in a nice little lock, and then a nice knee to the head, and you can disarm the knife if you want. The other technique that we did was just a simple stab straight to the stomach, stepping out the way, not getting involved in that knife at all, keeping it away from you, and then just stepping back with a nice little wrist lock, and then you've got him where you want him. You can knee him or hit him, or get the knife off if you want, because his wrist is all tied up. So yeah, nice simple things just to have a go with. Have a go yourselves with your mate. Always use a blunt knife, don't do it with live ones. Have a bit of fun with it. Thanks for watching, I hope it was useful. I hope you learned all about the aluminium training knife we have for sale at Enso Martial Arts. If you like this video, click the little icon in the bottom right hand corner of the video, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest from Enso Martial Arts. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. Cheers!